So this will be a brand new series I'll be starting up called When the Money's Worth the Headache, and this will be volume 1 starring Bickerstaff. As the Cavaliers coach, let it be known in the past 2 years he's been dealing with harassment issues from fans finding his and his family's personal numbers, contacting them about blown parlays and all sorts of prop bets. And this is where the league finds itself at a conundrum because the money is undeniable right now. New York State alone in 2023 pulled in $19 billion in wagers. And when that influx of money comes with fan engagement, which all professional sports leagues are struggling to maintain, especially with the younger demographics, the gambling aspect for those above the age of 21 or 18 actually brings in a new layer of engagement with all the competition the leagues are fighting against. Streaming services, gaming, online personalities on YouTube, Twitch, etc., etc. But there's no denying, the gambling culture has always had a subculture of degeneracy that comes along with it. The types of people that it attracts. And for those of you that have been out in Las Vegas, you see it all over. There's people living in motels, and it's not necessarily for drug-related reasons. They're working and spending all their money in the casinos. And we're all human, and human nature gotta kick in. People have addictions. There's gonna be some negative sides to this. And some people going as far as to pestering Bickerstaff about their parlays not working out. It is really not surprising. Because gambling, sort of like the strip club in a way, have very close ties to the underworld. You see, when you go in the strip club, there's all types of people in there. It could be people from the sex trafficking world, the pimp world, girls that are hoeing on the side, drug dealers, scammers, all types of activity are going on. And these things have always been closely related to the whole strip club culture. And gambling, make no mistake about it, has that same subcultural link. There's all kinds of people operating within that whole entity, and very corporatized professional sports world mixing in with this world is always going to be a clash. But this is why I call this series When the Money's Worth the Headache. For those of you watching the visual version, I'll pull up a chart for the amount of money wagered in just a few states. Keep in mind, sports betting is not legalized in most of the country. It's just only in a few states, but yet the amounts of money being wagered is by the billions. So you can only imagine when states like Texas and California get in on this action. And once those crazy dollar amount numbers start dangling over all these sports leagues, it's going to be very hard to deny, even with the small headaches and just compromising situations they may be put in from time in, time out. But the safety aspect is going to have to come into play here. It wouldn't surprise me in the next few years if the NBA opened up a brand new security division to deal with the fallout from all the negative effects of just having this influx of marketing and promotion for all this gambling. Once again, the money is so undeniable, the NBA is going out of their way to infuse this in their League Pass app. And for anyone that has ever used League Pass, many of you already know there's a lot of issues regarding to the app being user-friendly, the blackouts, and issues with the navigation through the app. So instead of just fixing any of these things, the league actually went out of their way and infused a gambling aspect where they can not only accept payments, stats are updated, spreads are updated. You see how the league just overlooked a lot of the main complaints about the app and hired engineers to infuse gambling into it? You got to go out of your way to do something like that. And all those little fixtures as far as the navigation, those things are easy fixable. But again, the money that's being made is undeniable. But the side effects of having a corporate entity like the NBA infuse their culture with gambling, we're still not sure if that's a marriage made in heaven quite yet, as they're still in their honeymoon phase. But there's definitely going to be side effects. And even with the advertisements for a lot of these sports books, you hear them read off the side effects similar to the way one of these Viagra commercials run, where you hear them read out the side effects, but it's very sped up. And that same formula has been applied to the gambling ads. They're reading a paragraph at the end of the advertisement, and you hear glimpses of the side effects. Addiction, rehab, call this number. But the league at the same time is knocking out two birds with one stone with the fan engagement, especially with the younger demo, which they're struggling to engage that audience with the NBA product, as well as the influx of cash. So we'll see how this plays out. I know for a fact there's definitely going to be a volume 2 of this, as this is only the beginning.